welcome to Awakening Butterfly. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm so happy to have you. My name is Mallory. Don't mind the messy bun in my hair, but I have some exciting things that I want to share with you guys who are watching this video. It's been a while since I posted on this channel, and my main focus was to keep everything work related, but I have decided that I would like to throw in a little bit of fun so you can get a little taste of who I am on a personal level. And one of the things that I'm really into, and I'm gonna look, you can see, it's Harry Potter. This thing is heavy. This is the Scholastic's 20th anniversary, I think, collection. Now, I just mentioned I'm really big into Harry Potter, but forewarn you, I am gonna like butcher stuff because while I'm really big into Harry Potter, it's a new part of my life, and one that I want to share with you guys. So, if you're a big Harry Potter fan, if you're a Potterhead, feel free to comment below anything you want or correct me if I say anything wrong. But exciting news is I got a letter in the mail, and if you follow me on Instagram, I'm not sure what's gonna happen first, my Instagram post or this video, but feel free to follow me on Instagram at Mallory E. Zeger. I mean, look at my letter. Can you all guess what this is? It's so exciting. So you got a little hint of something right before we started. And I'll show you that again and more up close. So first, let me look at this. You guys, woo! Platform 9 3/4. This is my one-way travel ticket for the Hogwarts Express to Hogwarts. So I'm going to be taking you on a journey with me because I got a letter in the mail, and this letter says Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, Headmaster Albus Dumbledore, Order of Merlin, First Class, Grand, I'm guessing that this does say SORC.com, like is that Grand Sorcerer? See, there's a few little things I'm not 100% sure of. We have a Warlock Supreme, Mugwump, the International Confederation of Wizards. And you want to know what it says? Because I'm going to read it to you. I'm so excited. Dear Mallory Zeger, we are pleased to inform you that you have been accepted to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Please find the enclosed list of necessary books and equipment. And now I just got my we're in what, the month of February, and I mean I'm gonna say that because it's the truth, but I don't know when you guys will be seeing this video, but hopefully sooner than later. But it does say that the term begins on September 1st. We await your owl no later than July 31st. So I have some time to prep and prepare. Sincerely yours, Minerva McGonagall, Professor McGonagall, the deputy head headmistress. Reading is not one of my strong suits. Hopefully there won't be a lot of that at Hogwarts. So this is my little letter that just simply merely states that I've been accepted to Hogwarts, that they would like me. Okay, who's excited? We need to get our uniforms, and you're gonna come along with me on my journey. We need one set of plain work robes, and they must be black. We need one plain pointed hat, must be black, for day wear. One pair of protective gloves, dragon hide or similar. One winter cloak, black with silver fastenings. And then our course books. So we need to have some books, you know, to study in Hogwarts. So we have the standard books of spell for grade 1. The history of magic, magic theory, a beginner's guide to transfiguration, 1,000 magic herbs and fungi, fantastic beasts and where to find them, the dark forces, a guide of self-protection, and then other equipment that we're going to need is one wand, one cauldron. It can be pewter and has to be a standard size of 2. We need one set of glass or crystal. I'm just going to spell this word, you guys. Phials. Are they thinking of like a glass ball for divination or something else? One telescope, because you know we're going to be learning our astronomy. Students must, not mandatory, but students may bring an owl or a rat or a toad. Now, I must admit, I am a cat person through and through. My whole life, been a cat person. Every year for most of my life, like since I could speak and really say what I've wanted to be for Halloween, practically every single solitary year, I was a witch. So if you're wondering what I'm bringing to Hogwarts with me, I'd like you to meet Douglas. Douglas is a snow owl, kind of like, I want to say kind of like, I mean, he doesn't look exactly like Harry's Hedwig. She, I think, is more white and doesn't have as much black, markings on her, but I'm a sucker for all black and white animals, so it was between her and my tuxedo cat, Squeaky, but I feel like this would be easier to travel with when I go to, on my adventure to Hogwarts. So I just wanted to make this like announcement video that I got accepted to Hogwarts. I'm gonna go. Life's gonna be great, and you're gonna follow me on this journey. Now, before you all have gone and think that I've lost it, clearly, I swear, I wish that everything I've shown you was real. My enthusiasm definitely was. But anyways, on a more like serious note, but definitely like stay tuned because there's gonna be other fun videos, because like I just want to show y'all like different parts of me and my life that it's not just solely like work related. And that would be like fun stuff, and me sharing like I was always a witch for Halloween, and we have Douglas here, and I mean, I proudly display this on my refrigerator, and now what I do is I put my ticket with my letter, and this is on my refrigerator as if it's the real deal. But no, you definitely like want to like make sure that you have subscribed to this channel and that you've turned on those post notifications so you are aware, because anything Harry Potter related, I think I'm going to put on this channel. If you're curious, I do have more than one, but I think Harry Potter is going to go here, so excited. So anyways, with that being said, I have been out of school for quite some time, and I've definitely over the years have been like pondering and thinking about going back to school. And I might go, I mean, I'm in the South, I'm in Florida. I might go back up north and do all my studying. There's a place called Lilydale. That is where, I don't have anything to show you. I don't think, nope, everything is in the other room. But Lisa Williams, you may or may not have heard of her, because most people, when I say her name, they're like, who is that? I'm like, you don't know Lisa? She's my favorite person of all times. She is a world-renowned clairvoyant psychic medium. I think she dropped the clairvoyant part of her title. But I love Lisa, and I am crossing my fingers and my toes and everything in between that she will become a teacher and a mentor, because I do go to classes. I go to 2 classes at the moment on Tuesday night and Thursday night. There's self-development, it's spiritual growth. We have a little bit of meditation happens at times, message circles, mediumship, and then psychic. There's a term for that, which is frankly escaping my brain at this moment. It's psychicism or something like that. Anyway, it's like there's like mediumship, and because you're a medium, and then there's psychic, but it's like, you know, am I making sense? I surely hope so. Anyways, there's a lot of things I want to learn, and I am learning stuff online, but I just love Lisa so much. So look her up, Lisa Williams, because I've done a lot of workshops with her. I've been attending workshops alongside classes, like going to grief retreats, and just learning from people. Like I was in Fort Lauderdale a couple of weekends ago for Lisa Williams. I'm going back up to New Jersey to see family and Lisa Williams. I'm going to see more Lisa in June. So there's just like a lot of things happening in life that are fun. And you know, out of everyone that I've worked with so far, like one-on-one, out of all the different mediums that are more like well-known, who I've seen give a demonstration, Lisa's just always been like my number one, and she speaks to me on a whole other level, and I really resonate with her the most, because I feel like she gets the job done, but she does things in kind of like an unconventional way, and that's me. Like, I don't always do things by the books, but like I get her done. So I'd love to learn from someone who I can, like, who I understand, and they're not going to make me do things that I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, like, really, do I have to sit in the power and open my heart chakra and try to connect to spirit and get for like 2 hours a day? Like, that's just not going to happen for me. So, I like that Lisa's a little bit different, because I'm a little bit different. So she's all up in Lilydale, which is somewhere in the middle of nowhere, like in upstate New York. And it's this, I would look it up if I were you. It is this like community filled with mediums and psychics and everybody in between. And then right here in the state that I live in, there's a town called Cassadaga. And that's not that far from like the Orlando area. And there is a hotel there, or you could stay wherever you want, I suppose, in any surrounding areas. And I've got a chance to meet with someone who lives there. Like, he did a dem and then had a personal reading with him, and he like Hopefully I'm making sense. I just feel like I'm talking as if you all should know what I'm saying. So if you have questions, always feel free to leave those down below. He like bobs and weaves between psychic and medium during his readings. Like, that's just his style. So it's interesting. It's fun to like see different people work and how they work and decide like, what do I want to do? So love learning mediumship, love going psychic, and really broadening and expanding my intuitions and my spiritual gifts and knowing the different clairs. So I just learned that clair in French means clear. So you have like your claircognizant, your clairsentient, your clairvoyant, your clairgustance, maybe, your just plain and simple in layman's terms, clear would be clear. So you have clear seeing, clear knowing, clear feeling, clear hearing, and clear tasting. So you have like all the 5 senses and then your 6th sense of knowing. So that's an important one. Don't ever forget it. We all have that like gut intuition. Like our stomach will be like, or like a thought might pop into our head like, maybe we should take a different way home from work, and we don't always listen, you know, to it, and then we're like stuck in traffic forever, and it's like, should have gotten off at the last exit, right? So there's all these little things in life. So pay attention to what your body is telling you, what your mind is saying, what that gut is speaking to you about. So I'm definitely looking into all these different avenues and places of study in Florida, looking for teachers and mentors. Ironically, it would be funny if I found myself like in Jersey for some time, because I literally like a year ago finally moved out of the state of New Jersey. I don't know how I managed that, but I did, and I've been flourishing down here in the state of Florida. But it would be funny if I'm like up there for classes and whatnot. And then there's a place I want to look at that's in Georgia, and I don't think it might be like 2 hours from where my aunt lives in North Carolina. So it's like, ooh, let's go, because I do want to go see some of my family that I haven't seen and in a while, and so it would be nice to like make a pit stop along the journey. There was a school in Florida, but that school's closed down. I don't know why, but that same kind of school, I think it's the same exact, but now there's a campus in Sedona, Arizona, and my mom's like, oh, I would totally go move to Sedona so you could, and like, she's just like, ooh, any excuse to be out west. So there's things I'm looking at. And doing research online for programs and whatnot. I'm really gonna like sit down with my Tuesday night teachers and really say, so what do you think I should be doing more with my life? Like, where have you, like, I'm curious where these people who I'm learning from got their training. I was told to study psychology, really like learn the mind. That would be very important for this work and for me on a personal level. And at first I thought that's like silly, because like I don't really see myself in a traditional classroom setting, and all these like schools that I'm intrigued about, you're not technically really in a traditional classroom setting, and if you are in some type of a way, it's still extremely different from going to a regular normal university. And so I was talking to my personal trainer, because he's been back to school, and his basic, because I said, you know, I don't see myself doing what you're doing, which is like going to a university and like taking like 80 million different classes. So his recommendation was, don't do what I did. And just study stuff online, and I have no problem with that, because I have like this thirst for knowledge, and I do enjoy learning. However, I do find sometimes hands-on is a better way, especially with this kind of stuff, and when you're around other people and you get to like interact and work with other people. It's very helpful. It comes in handy, and you can meet like-minded people and hopefully make friends. But back to Hogwarts. The closest thing to Hogwarts in the Muggle world is a college that is in London. It's in Stansted. I think that's the town. It's like right outside of London. And if you want to look it up, feel free. It is called Arthur Findlay College, or Arthur Fineland. It's like Arthur, how you spell Arthur, then it's Findlay, and it's college. There's a lot of like history, and I've been like looking into it, and really just like watching people's vlogs and stuff. These programs that I'm looking into, most of them, like, you go like a week, maybe at most at a time, but you're constantly welcomed back. There's only one school where you can attend for like a full solid 4 years and like walk away with a bachelor's degree, and I think like healing or something, don't quote me on that. But like a lot of these, you know, you just go for short stints of time. And then there is a place in North Carolina. It's not necessarily a school, more like a retreat center. And you really get to spend time with yourself and really grow and evolve and know who and learn who you are if you don't. And again, I don't think it's too far from where my aunt and uncle live. So it's just like, what do you know, right? I'm finding a lot of business opportunities and just like personal growth opportunities kind of near where my aunt and uncle live. So it's like, hey, you can visit family and get stuff done. But Arthur Findlay College, it is very like formal, like classical training, and I don't know if that's what I'm going for. I don't know if I'll ever make it to the UK, but if I feel like, cause, I mean, someone once told me like, oh, I see you going to school there, and at the time in my life, I was like, you're crazy, because I was nowhere near, like back then, I wasn't anywhere near where I am today, if that makes sense. So with that being said, now, I mean, it still seems a little intimidating on many levels, but it doesn't seem out of reach. Like, the only thing with that is me. That's the only thing holding me back is myself, my fear of flying, my fear of, like, will they have food that I can eat? Will I be mortified? I don't know, but I've told myself, if I ever decide to go to the UK, really, like, I want to figure stuff out, because I think with Arthur Findlay College, there's a lot of different things you can study. But we'll bring it back to Lisa Williams for a second. Y'all seen The Voice. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the TV show The Voice. And there have been people on the show who have gone to like Berklee College of Music or somewhere, and they're classically trained. They have a good voice, but you can tell that they've been classically trained. And then the coaches, you know, they get like chairs to turn around, and they're like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I'm going to school and I'm studying music and blah, blah, blah. And then all the coaches basically tell them, like, we're going to have to undo everything that you've just been taught in order for you to make it to the top 10, top 5, or maybe even win this thing, right? Sometimes I think when you're too, like, robotic, when you're too, it's only this way, like narrow focused, I suppose, that could hurt you in the long run. And I feel like Lisa's not like that, but my mom's interpretation, she said, from what she gathered with Arthur Findlay, is that everyone is just like stiff. It's like stiff. So everyone has their way of doing things, and there's no wrong or right way. I think it's fun to explore different avenues and to find out for yourself what works for you. So in my head, I just kind of joke around with, well, what if I went to Arthur Findlay and it was all like straight, strict, like rigid, rule-bound, to then go hang out with Lisa Williams up in Lilydale and be told, forget it, lose it all. You know what I mean? So, because she's going to teach completely different. But I'm open to ideas and possibilities, and as long as there's a Harry Potter Warner Brothers Studios tour situation, you know I'm going to make that part of the trip. I've been watching Peter Kenneth, the Potter Collector, here on YouTube, and he showed me that there's some like shops around in the UK that carry Harry Potter things. He did the whole like tour and stuff, and it looks pretty darn amazing. But before you and I embark on a journey to the UK and fly over the pond, we are gonna just go to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and you're gonna come along with me for the journey, for the ride, and I just can't wait because it's my first time, and I'm gonna film it and share that experience with all of you. So thanks so much for watching this video. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, feel free to leave those down below. I would just love to hear feedback from y'all. So thanks so much for watching. Again, make sure you've subscribed, turn on your post notifications, and until next time, stay magical.